some self-defense moves. Now, few quick disclaimers. I'm not making any claims or liabilities about these moves, so I can't guarantee these will save your life, but they are, in my opinion, the best way to utilize martial arts from a kickboxing and Muay Thai perspective into a real life scenario, okay? So my recommendation is that A, if you want to make these even more effective, your personal conditioning matters. So the better shape you're in, the more effective these will be, and if you're already training in kickboxing or Muay Thai, okay? Unfortunately, if you have zero training or background whatsoever, or athleticism whatsoever, unfortunately this 10-minute YouTube video or however long it is, isn't going to magically give you the ability to just do all these moves with maximum effectiveness, okay? So a few disclaimers out there, but let's take a look at the 3 most useful Muay Thai or kickboxing moves for real life situations. So the first one we're going to use is a teep or a front kick to intercept someone's punch. So you see Avery there is actually leaving his body open. So on the way in, I'm going to let him walk in to my front kick. So the mechanic of the front kick is to bring that left knee up and then forward. And if you want, you can step forward again and bring up the right knee and go for a power move, okay? So I find that the left front kick, so the one that's I'm leading with here, is usually quick and more defensive. So as they walk into it, you bring your left knee up, drive the ball of the foot into their stomach or into their solar plexus, and it causes a lot of pain and drives them back without too much effort on your side. So even if the opponent, in this case Avery, is taller and heavier than me, it should be able to push him back. And you see, you actually want to keep your balance a bit better than I'm doing here. I'm trying not to actually kick him, but if you drove your foot in more, you wouldn't really be falling back the way I am here. But all you gotta do is time it as they walk in. You bring up that foot and jab it in, all right? And then the faster or the more they put their energy going forward, the more it's gonna hurt them for not any more work on your part. What I like about this move as well is that if you can get them to back up, and if the pain or the sting of that body shot gets them to hesitate, you have one more chance to try and diffuse the situation and avoid fighting for real as much as possible. So intercepting the punch with a front kick, absolutely a good way to go. So for the next situation, someone's going to be throwing a punch at us again, and we're going to intercept them with a lead elbow, so an upward elbow, and then try to get them with some level or downward elbows to hopefully get a cut through, okay? So we'll look at it slowly again. We'll have this footage replaying. So as he comes in with a punch, I'm going to sneak my arm through, leading with that elbow and aiming for the eye or around the eye as much as possible. To this move, your right leg or your rear leg needs to push forward, and that left leg will actually pivot across to hopefully hit him on the way in, okay? After you land that interception elbow, you want to grab the shirt or collar as much as you can. I'm just moving Avery's hand so you can see. I'm going to actually go through with level or downward elbows by pivoting my foot and hip and aiming again around the eye. And ideally, if you can get a cut and they're bleeding out or something's happening around their eyeball and they grab their face, what you're gonna do is just run away while you have a chance, okay? So intercept, throw some elbows. In this case, Avery's just blocking, but realistically, most people wouldn't know how to do that. Okay, let's look at it again all together. So if someone's trying to throw a punch, or you know a punch is coming, instead of backing up, you're gonna go in, push off the right leg, okay? Aim with the sharp point of your elbow. As you come forward, you want to try and pivot your left leg simultaneously for the maximum driving force. And then what I like about these elbows, guys, is that even if you don't know exactly how to throw these, or you're a bit of a layman with the elbow strikes, they still do a lot of damage if you just put energy into them. So they're a little bit more like even if you don't have the full skill level to do them yet, they're still super effective. So they have a lot of room or leeway for error, okay? So if Avery wasn't blocking and I was able to get him in the eye, you can definitely get a chance to run away. So look at one more time, intercept. This is the most important part here, is not leaning away or running away or shying away from the punch, but actually going in to meet him, grabbing the shirt, elbow him, and then observing her poor acting. And one last time, intercept. That's the most hard part to learn, really, or to practice. But if you can do that, you'll have a chance. Usually they don't know how to block in this position, and you're free to go. Real quick before we go into number 3, everyone, please consider liking and subscribing if you're enjoying the video so far, and let's get back into it. Now for the last one, we're going to use one of my favorite moves, which is actually a right low kick or leg kick, okay? So what I want to do is back up and towards my right to expose the left side of their lead leg or their left leg, okay? And what you're trying to do is usually with a low kick, you can actually swipe someone's feet out from underneath them or sink their knee down, and it gives you a chance to run away and flee the situation, okay? So let's look at it again. So the key here is to not only move backwards, but towards your right on the outside of that left leg. And what you'll do is it'll expose a bit more of that left leg and make it a little bit more susceptible, okay? Now, as you have them off balance, you can take a chance to run away. But the important thing, again, is to make sure you're pivoting that left foot to drive the force in. Otherwise, it might not trip them, okay? So make sure that foot pivots completely, and you should be able to retain as much power as possible. And if you do this right, you should be able to swipe someone completely off their feet like that, or you can sink their knee down, and then Avery actually ends up dragging me down by the neck. You don't have to do all that stuff, but you can absolutely debilitate them enough so you get a chance to run away. So let's go over all of them one more time. You can intercept punches with a front kick or a teep and follow up with a power teep if you want to drive them back. You can also intercept them with a lead elbow, and that should open you up to elbow them some more. Or I also like to move away and swipe that supporting leg. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that or found it useful, saw some value in it. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe so I can hang out with you again. We do martial arts breakdowns, also movie breakdowns, fitness, nutrition, or pretty much just whatever's on my mind, and I'd love to see you again. For now, Bruce Lee is out.